everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters. I have a special video for you today. So there's been a whole bunch of new announcements of model kits. Most of them are going to be arriving in very early 2026. And what I thought I would do today is put a little video together to show you some of the really cool items that will be coming out very, very soon. As soon as I get any samples, if I do on any of these, of course I will have a preview video for those kits in the upcoming future. And then of course, as soon as we know a little bit more about them, they'll be up for pre-order on our website, andyshhq.com. So just sit back and enjoy this. I think you will. There's lots of really cool kits coming out. So let's get started. Okay guys, the first one we're going to take a look at is one that is very highly anticipated. In fact, we've gotten many requests about when this is coming out, and I am of course talking about the Border Models 35th scale. This is not 32nd, this is 35th scale World War II German bomber, the Heinkel 111H6. Now, what you're looking at right now is the box art of this kit. And this has been talked about for quite a while right now, but Border is finally ready to release it. And with that, we have lots of pictures of some of the test shots. And first thing you're going to notice right off is that they did the stressed skin of the airplane. And what that means is you can see the ripples and flexing inside the metal, because when in real life, obviously when it's riveted, it doesn't keep the metal perfectly smooth. You get a little deforming of the metal. A lot of times it's called oil canning, so that's what we'll call it right here. The oil canning of the side, the wings, things like that. And it just gives it a very authentic look to the model. Now, what you're looking at right now also are the decals that are coming inside there. And you can see how they do include the swastikas. They are broken in half, but that's easily put back together. And that is so that they can sell these in Germany. And then with that, you will also notice the marking sheets that's going to be inside the kit. So you get an idea of the 3 sets of markings that will be included inside. And since we are talking about the Heinkel 111 from Border, this was literally just announced. They have 2 sets of resin figures that are coming out, both in 35th scale to put inside. Well, actually, I should say one of them is designed to be put inside, and it is a set of combat figures flying the airplane, shooting, things like that are going inside in a combat pose. And then they will also have a set of figures that are like a ground, like pilots and stuff talking about things and explaining things that you can put on, that if you're going to do some type of scene with the actual airplane sitting on the ground, they will have all of these beautifully sculpted figures. I believe they're sculpted by Jason. I didn't actually see anything that says Jason on it yet, but based on the look, it appears like they're Jason figures, which if you've seen those, they're excellent. And looking at some of the close-up shots of these, just beautiful looking figures, especially all the combat pose figures. Now, as for when this kit will be out, from what we understand, they are getting ready real soon to release this. So I would estimate that it'll probably get released sometime in early December, meaning that it'll probably arrive here in the United States in sometime in January. Hopefully with shipping times and stuff like that, it's not too delayed, but sometime in January, maybe as late as February, we should see it here in the United States. Okay, now we have some brand new kits from Ryefield model. First one up is the Tiger 1 middle production. This one has a clear hull and a complete interior inside, including engine detail, fighting compartment, all of that kind of stuff. Workable pin tracks. Very nice looking kit. Lots and lots of detail inside. This is kind of a follow-up to some of their other kits that they have on the Tiger that have a full interior. This is the mid-production version on it. Now, this is another brand new one. This is also from Ryefield model. This is the M50 Mark II Super Sherman. This is the World War II Sherman that has been updated by the Israelis after World War II. They received a lot of Shermans. You can see here the EZ-8 type, and they upgunned them and uparmed some portions of it there and did some changes on it. And Ryefield is actually going to have two different versions of this. So the first part you've seen already is just the standard version. It does have workable tracks and some nice accessories on it, including some 3D parts, which you've seen printed up in the corner. Then they are also going to produce an upgraded version. Now with the upgraded version, you're going to get all of the stuff that was in the original version, but lots more photo etch. All of the fenders are in photo etch metal. You're going to get 3D printed like gas cans, extra tracks, all kinds of other little accessories. Looking at the picture right here, hopefully you can see all of those accessories on there. Kind of a nice little update for the Sherman. And finally, this is going to be a separate kit that if you want to, you can purchase it for either your regular version or your upgraded version. This is a set of M50/M51 Super Sherman tracks. All 3D printed, completely workable, and they will be arriving about the same time that the actual two other kits come out. And the last new kit is the SDKFC 234/1. This is the open top version, the very first version of the 234. And you see it's got the machine gun top instead of some of the other guns like the Puma. And you can see this one also has a complete interior inside of it as well. Full engine, all kinds of extra accessories inside this kit. And this will be arriving with the other two Ryefield model kits. Now we are going to take a look at two brand new diorama scenes from RT Diorama. They're based out of Germany, and the first one is in 35th scale. It is the Ardennes Forest diorama. And if you notice here, it comes with the building as well as the diorama base. So if you look in the corner of the box art, that's what's actually included inside the kit. And of course, the artwork is showing what it looks like when it's all beautifully painted up. In fact, this would be a perfect candidate to build this one up and then get some of their trees and put some of those around there. Would be incredible looking. This one is just being released right now, as well as the next one that I'm going to show you. So they are not going to be here in the United States for a little bit of time. All this stuff is very heavy and it has to come by sea freight. So it is just being released right now in Germany and should be arriving, I would imagine, within the next couple of months here in the United States. The next little scene that they have coming out is this desert scene that includes the base itself, but then it also includes all of the 3D printed cactuses that you can use on this. So it's not a huge base and you can't put like a lot of stuff on it, but to put like maybe a Jeep, an SAS Jeep, or some figures, a Kuba wagon with a balloon tire or something like that, be a really cool little scene to have that in. Well, so this will also be showing up in the very near future, and like I said, right now in Germany and probably in about 2 months here in the United States. Okay, next up we have a brand new armored car from Copper State Models. This is the Gabrov R armored car in 35th scale. And if you're not familiar with Copper State Models, I should let you know a little bit about them. They are a company that makes lots and lots of plastic models in World War I. And they make lots of armored cars, some very obscure armored cars too, which are really cool to see that other manufacturers just kind of stay away from, but they make some very unusual armored cars in 35th scale. And then they also make a series of airplane kits in 32nd scale. Now, to go along with those plastic model kits, they also make a line of resin figures. And that's what I also want to talk to you about. Is there's some brand new resin figures coming out, including these soldiers with the bicycles and the motorcycles. And if you notice, the 3D printed spokes are incredible looking on this, and including the bike tires. Those are the bike tires that didn't have rubber. They just had a row of springs that went around the entire thing. They've copied it to a T right here. Remember, this is 35th scale, so these are super tiny, and compared to like the real thing. So to get that kind of quality and detail is absolutely incredible. And I should also point out to you too that they do make they make a whole bunch of different figures in two different types of style. One is the 35th scale, which they have lots of World War I soldiers that you can put around your armored cars or any World War I battle. But they also make a whole line of 32nd scale figures, which are designed to fit around their airplane kits, as well as all of the wing nut wing kits. So if you have a wingnut wing kit, you might want to check into Copper State Models 32nd scale figures, incredible detail, and lots of different poses that you can use around your World War I diorama. Okay, next up we have a new kit from Ryefield, and this is done in cooperation with Beaver Models. This is the 1/350th scale Imperial Japanese Navy Atago, and you can see right here how beautiful this kit is and all of the photo etch and aftermarket accessories that are included inside the kit. This will turn out to be a beautiful built-up model. Very nice looking. Next up after that, we have a brand new kit from the Star Wars line from Bandai. This is the Mandalorian's In-1 Starfighter. That was seen in the last series of The Mandalorian, and now they have created the, 1/48 scale version of it right here. And this should be arriving actually fairly soon as well, probably sometime in December. It looks like to be a nice cool one that if you're into Star Wars, and especially The Mandalorian, I think you'll enjoy this one quite a bit. Now, as we move on right here, this one just got announced fairly recently too. In 16 scale, Trumpeter is going to be coming out with a 1/16 scale Nash horn. This is the 88mm long barrel version, anti-tank version of a stretch Panzer IV. They did come out with the Hummel fairly recently, and with that, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that the Nash horn is next because they share the same chassis, just a matter of changing out the gun. So now the Nash horn has been announced, and that should be arriving early in 2026. Now I have a very unusual kit, and actually this kit is due to arrive anytime right now. It should be here within the next week or so. This is brand new from Meng Models. This is the 35th scale Type 155 half track. And if you're looking closely at it, you notice right away, this is a Kugelwagen, which with a tracked back to it right there, and then some skids that they put over the front wheels. And I guess from what I understood, this was something that they tried out and they were using as a mock-up of armor and for some combat exercises. I don't know if it was actually ever used in combat at all. If you know, please let me know down in the comments. But from what I've heard, it was pretty much used as a training exercise vehicle, but still very unusual altogether, having the tracks in the back and the skids in the front like that. And if you'll notice here, as we look at the pictures of it, Ming has taken their beautiful 35th scale Kugelwagen and just added all of these nice resin parts to it to create this very unusual one-of-a-kind vehicle right there. And like I said, this will be arriving very... Now I have some exciting news from Eduard. Now Eduard in this particular case is going to be using Hong Kong Models 1/48 scale B25J Mitchell, and with that they are creating a special edition boxing of this called the Strafer. Inside of this right here, we only have some early details of this, but you're going to be getting the beautiful Hong Kong model kit with a whole selection of decals, photo etch, brass, and all kinds of stuff to really update the Hong Kong Models kit. And it'll be similar to the way they did the Bloody 100th with the B-17, which sold extremely well and sold out actually really quickly. So this is something that is supposed to be due sometime in either January or February. It's still very early. We don't have any pictures other than what some of the markings are going to look like, but I know this will be an exciting one once it actually arrives. Next up, we have a brand new 100% new molds from ICM Models, and this is their 40A scale World War II British bomber, the HP.52 Hampton. Yes. Make sure I pronounce that correctly. B Mark 1. All, like I said, 100% brand new tooling, and all I have right now on this is the box art. This is due to be released fairly soon, and actually we should have a sample of this coming soon. So once it does, we should be able to open that up and show you all of the parts inside. But it's nice to see 100% new molding on a kind of a rare British bomber. But look for that in sometime in late December, early January. Okay, guys, next up, we've got a bunch of exciting new kits from MiniArt, and they've got a whole bunch of kits that are going to be released this month. The first of which is this KFZ2 German communication car, Type 170 VK. This is a open-top car with all of the spools of wire mounted on the back. Those are the communication line wires that they could string. Very cool, done up in North African markings, and it would be great for a diorama. After that, we have the German 7.5 centimeter Pak 40 Late with, according to the box art, Elite Artillery Regiment crew. This is a special edition, so you're going to get the Pak 40 Late as well as 4 figures in these really cool combat poses right here. That if you're doing a diorama, that's one of the cool ways to show it. You can have it all ambush scheme with the guys loading the pack. That's actually a very, very nice looking kit. After that, we have the P47D 15/16 Thunderbolt. And this is a PTO, meaning Pacific Theater of Operation. So you're going to get a Thunderbolt done up in Pacific markings, US markings. After that, let's see, MiniArt has a brand new set of figures. These are cool. This is the 101st Airborne Division Normandy 44. It's kind of cool because they're not in combat poses. This is great if you are doing any type of diorama to have guys sitting around. So if you got a U.S. soldier as a guard, a couple of German prisoners, and of course a wounded German soldier and a medic helping them out. That kit is also going to be in 35th scale. After that, we have a brand new field kitchen mounted on a truck. This is probably one of the nicest sets that in this whole group that's coming out for accessory wise. So you're going to get this truck with the field kitchen on it, the cooks on top, the guy in the corner over there chopping wood, and then it looks like all of the vegetables and food products that you would expect to find around a field kitchen. So this has got the makings of a diorama just almost right out of the box right there. Maybe put a little shrubs and bushes around and a little bit of a house, and you've got a great little scene right there. Also coming out is the Iraqi T-55 Enigma. This is a 35th scale as well. I haven't seen too many Enigmas. The last one we saw was from Tamiya many years ago, which that kit is discontinued. So it's a T-55 with all this extra add-on frontal armor, as you can see in the picture. After that one, we have the 35th scale British Stuart Mark I Late production. This is a full interior kit, so you're going to get the entire insides on this kit. Lots and lots of detail. Very small, because it's a Stuart, it's very small, so there's going to be lots of stuff packed into that little tiny body right there. After that, we got just a couple more left here. We have the Land Utility Tractor Standard in Orange, mod 1939. I'm not quite sure what orange means other than what the color is on it, but it's a cool little tractor. As well as we also have some accessory diorama pieces. This is a box of small wooden barrels. That's everything inside there. But as you can imagine, those would probably come in handy in a lot of different situations. And then we also have a field repair big set. Now this is going to be a larger set that's going to come with in this case, a Panzer IV. And it's going to come with the figures, quite a few figures, as you can see right here, that are working on maintaining the Panzer IV. And it also comes with the base in there too. So it's a whole little scene right in a box. Just add paint and glue and you're all set for it. And the last set we're looking at now is the SDKFC 234/4. This is the 234 open top that mounts the Pak 40 up on top. And this one also includes a crew inside it as well. Well, there you go, guys. There's a look at some really interesting kits. I really like that Heinkel 111 from Border Model, especially with the figures that are going to be coming out for it. I like the ones of the pilots inside in the combat positions. I think they're really cool poses, and I think that would look really good inside the actual airplane there. So, like I said earlier in the video, as soon as we know more about when these are coming out, we will have some specific dates, and they'll go up for pre-order on our website, andyshhq.com. And of course, if any of the manufacturers send us out a early sample, we will of course bring you a preview video of those items as well. So guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank you as always for watching, and please stay tuned because I have many more videos coming.